Countrymen and women, last night President Hakainde Hichilema informed the nation that Zambia cannot have indefinite mourning and subsequently used his powers to do something unprecedented by cutting short the national mourning, which should have ended on Monday, 23rd June 2025. While we understand the frustration and humiliation that President Hichilema's administration faced on Wednesday when the repatriation could not take place as planned, we hold a view that the president's decision to call off the period of national mourning was done emotionally and a mere stunt to flex his powers. Without cohesion, the government did a noble thing to extend the period of national mourning to Monday, June 23rd. In light of last night's change of mind and position, is President Hichilema telling the nation that according to the late 60th Republican president, a state funeral was a conditional offer for him to be buried in Zambia? What could we have lost by allowing the mourning period for the late president to run up to Monday, as earlier stated? In our view, it is very insensitive that in one breath, the president is calling off the national mourning, yet in another, is issuing threats that President Lungu should not be buried in any other country. Where is room for re-engagement in such an environment? This is not the right time to show who holds power. It is rather time for sober reflection and providing leadership to the nation while supporting the grieving family during this trying time. Instead of de-escalating tensions, last night's address by the president has the potential to escalate the family's resolve to explore alternatives available to them. It is very unfair to squarely place the blame for the impasse on the Lungu family when they are not averse to bringing the remains here. Rather, they are merely opposed to government's unilateral decision to alter the spirit of the earlier agreement announced at a joint press briefing in South Africa, which agreement Mr. Hichilema himself acknowledged. Instead of blaming the family, the government must reflect on its shortcomings for failure to adhere to the agreement that was announced in a joint briefing between the family and government, led by the Secretary to the Cabinet on Sunday, 15th June 2025. The hard line they have taken is simply aiding the family in making the tough choice of considering to bury President Lungu elsewhere. We should learn from history that Kwame Nkrumah died outside jurisdiction and was buried in a foreign land, and his remains were only repatriated to Ghana years later. Is that what we want? Our position as citizens first is that there is still room for re-engagement, but government should give unequivocal assurances that they will not abrogate any commitments they make and that they should be confined in a written contract. Let me also take this opportunity to caution Dr. Nevas Mumba not to be quick with issuing patronizing messages that could be injurious to the process. As former Vice President of Zambia, Dr. Mumba carries a very high responsibility to present himself as a neutral and non-partisan figure. It's regrettable that Dr. Mumba was too quick to publicly support a wrong call by Mr. Hichilema without being sensitive to the feelings of the grieving family and the nation at large. Let's remember that we are a nation in mourning and we cannot trivialize what we are going through to be business as usual. There cannot be a return to normalcy that President Hichilema is proposing without bringing closure to this matter. As we call the nation to prayers and sober reflection, we want to ask that Mr. Hichilema takes time to isolate himself from all the noise surrounding him and let him make a decision not as a party president, but as a Republican president, as the situation at hand demands leadership from a father of the nation, and that is what we call of him to be for once. May God bless our nation. I thank you.